how I'm using the term natural law today. Cause and effect. Cause and effect.
Many people, again, in the New Age community don't want to believe that there's causes and effects, and that effects are driven by causes that, come first, and then manifest conditions. So the principle of cause and effect simply states that every cause has its effect, and every effect has its cause.
Every cause has its effect, and every effect has its cause.
Hello world and welcome to another episode of the Cause and Effect podcast. Speaking to you is yours truly, Ralphie, accompanied by Fernando and the main host, the start of it all, Tico. But not today. Today we have a very special guest. But before I get into details about her, I want to mention, as you could probably hear by the audio, we sound crispy, crispy clean. And that is because we are at MJ Studio, Media City. Listen guys, this is spot to be. It's vibes in here.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. We're gonna get into more details. For real. We're gonna get into more details about that throughout the episode. But right now, I want to emphasize some stars here. Tiana Soto.
Yeah.
You guys like my Italian?
Yeah,
That's my Italian right there, man. And of course, Lamont, her producer. And we're gonna get into more details about their stories throughout the whole podcast. So you guys stay tuned. But right now, we're about to get this thing started, man. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good, man. Likewise. So let's get into what's going on, man.
So, who is Tiana? So you can give the listeners a little bit about you, a little bit about your background, and yeah, we don't normally like to just give them a
little
something.
recap.
Yeah.
Recap.
Nutshell.
Okay. Well, I'm Puerto Rican and Colombian and
Italian.
a little bit. I'm 18. And I was born in Newark, but I was raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl. Brick City, right? Yeah. And I like to do music. I write and I sing. I'm funny.
Oh, you write?
Oh, yeah. I write.
Oh, so you write most of your material or all your material?
Most of it, yeah. I got this one to watch over what I do, and he puts me in the right direction.
But you know what you're doing.
I'm getting there.
That's good.
Great. English and Spanish, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what led you to music? I mean, you probably could have done many things. I mean, you're still young, so you can still do a lot of more things.
This is what I want to do, man. Yeah.
Since what age?
Since, I think in 3rd grade, I was like, we had like this paper, right? And they were like, oh, what do you want to be when we grow up? And you gotta draw it. I drew a singer, and my teacher was like, all right, you go ahead, you do that. I was like, yeah, but you know what? It's what I like to do.
So it fills your mind up, always something you're always thinking about, right?
Like, when you get that feeling, you're just like, it just excites you. It's just like, I gotta do it. I have to do it. Yeah. So you want to live your life.
Follow your dreams.
So that's what singing gives me that feeling.
Do you take any singing classes or?
Just recently, I'm telling you, I just did it till it sounded right. My mom was like, you're gonna get there. I'm like, hopefully. Yeah, but I got there.
So your voice wasn't, not your voice wasn't, but like your vocals weren't on point.
But no, I would just hear something, I'm like, I'm gonna sing like her, and I'm like, but yeah.
In your mind, you did.
In my mind, I was there, but my mom was like, you gonna get there. Just keep trying and just do it in your room and close the door.
Close the door.
Yeah.
Tell me how I had this thing, because some artists, they could sing, like, naturally. They have the vocals and everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm like a little oblivious when it comes to that, so I think that either you're born with it or you're not. So I'm guessing you wasn't born with the gift of the vocals, but you crafted it as you.
Yeah, I would say that I started with like, I like just the passion for the music. I just liked it so much that I was like, oh no, I'm going to be good at this. Because like, I really like doing this. So I think I started writing first. And I was just like, I'm the only one who's going to sing this. Because this is me right here. This is what I feel. This is what I'm going to do,
But that's dope because a lot of people, like you said, they're born with the gift and they just can do it, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't work as hard as somebody that needs to craft it, like you said, and just get that skill. You outwork that person and their talent doesn't even come inches close to what you develop because you just consistent and work hard at it.
You appreciate it more too.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're like born with it. If you have that drive and you want to do it, then just do it. You can learn it for yourself. You got it. Like there's no limit. You got it.
You were raised with both parents or just your mother?
Oh no, both parents. Yeah,
That's
they go
beautiful.
crazy.
They both crazy.
They go crazy.
Yeah, it is.
They go
It's
crazy.
different.
Yeah, no, you know, they're like normal parents. You know, they argue or whatever, but you know it. They all come together when it's important. It's cool. Yeah.
That's good.
They support.
So
Yeah, they support me.
No,
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So how did you and Lamont came together?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Well, when I.
Oh man.
He's like, hey.
It's really simple.
It's
Like, we
real,
met-
yeah.
I said it last time on the other podcast. It's your turn to tell.
No, but you tell it.
All right, so.
Hey, we want to hear from you, man.
All right, cool.
You tell
So,
No, but before you get into details about how you met her, we want to know, like, okay, who are you?
all right.
Let's know a little bit about who you are.
Yes.
Word,
And then
word.
we get into that a little bit.
All right, so my name is Lamont Coleman.
All right.
I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana,
Okay.
and I moved to New York City as a music producer in 2006, and I signed to Wyclef Jean and Jerry Wonder, and I worked with them in Platinum Sound for 3 years.
Wow.
And the head engineer there is Serge Sy, and Serge introduced me to Tiana's label, Eddie, MJ Records. So, and, you know, we're in MJ Studios now, so that's how it happened.
Yeah.
And I met Eddie, and I immediately was like, "This guy's cool." And he said, "I got this artist, I believe in it." And I was like, "Okay." When people believe in something, I believe in it too. You know what I'm saying? You got that spark of fire in you. If I come around, I'm just gonna be, you know,
You got something, Matt. You got something.
exactly, because I got fire. I'm the master. I got something. So I was like, "What's up?"
That's
You know?
they know that.
Yeah, and he went through a couple artists, and this is the one. And I was like, "Yo, this your star right here."
You know how I knew you were an artist, man, and you were a creator. You are outgoing and all of that. It's your style, man. Listen, man. Listen, that's why you is fire, man. I'm telling you.
Appreciate y'all, brothers, man.
Yeah, man.
Just trying to stay fly here.
Hey, man, you got it. You there, man. You can clouds right now.
That's
You know,
what
I get a good vibe. You know, like everybody has a
We
vibe,
practice that
right?
behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know
You know, you can capture like vibes from people and energy, and it's like from you, like the energetic, friendly, cool, and then it's you laid back, but you like just bring that like peaceful.
That's your style. It's the way you
humble,
present yourself.
you know,
Thanks, bro.
yeah, and that's I just get that off of just a little
Just a
bit
quick,
interaction right now, and that's
It's a good
that's
mix
important,
of
man.
energy.
You leave a print on people
Really?
when you have those good vibes and those
Yeah,
that
man.
good energy, man.
Definitely
That's
do.
true.
So you came in 06.
Yeah.
And why? Like, what made you?
Okay, so man.
I mean, I don't talk about Tiana. No, we gotta talk about you.
So
Connected to
I ran into. It's so awesome because before I met her, I got a chance to work with Shakira and Aventura.
Wow.
And so and
I dive into it.
and so I was already like, yo, I love Spanish music. You know, she was doing like pop, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, man. Like, you
And
know,
then tap into that market.
yeah, and I had to bring somebody in, of course, because I don't know Spanish like that. So I was
To
like,
make sure that the words come
yeah,
out.
so you know what are you saying? Because I know how to sound good.
What are you saying? But it sounds good.
Yeah, like for real. But so I signed to Wyclef and Jerry Wonder, and I was just there, just working, and I always wanted to be a music producer, and like looking at CDs, reading Timberland, just everybody just obsessing over sounds and everything. It's all I ever wanted, you
That's
know.
a gift,
Like
man.
I knew what I wanted to do. Like my self-talk in my mind was like, when I make beats one day, I'm gonna use this sound. I was cataloging sounds from records. I don't even know how, or nobody taught me to do that. It's just one of my dominant obsessions.
And that's the gift. That's what I'm talking about. Some people are just born with it. How old were you though when you realized that this is something that? Okay.
I think the self-talk started around like 5th grade, because I remember what house we were living in. But I didn't actually start making beats till my sophomore year of high school.
Oh, wow.
And it's so funny because like the catalog of sounds that I was having when I was listening to West Coast hip hop, so like the boing and all the little all the West Coast sounds, those are the ones I had. But when I actually like started making music, then I was into like Suave House, A-Bar, MJG, UGK, Scarface, like all Southern rap, which is like the precursor to trap music, what we have now. So all my first beats were like that. So when trap started getting back popular again, I'm like, I don't want to make these beats again. But it's cool because it's evolved like everything else, and it's like a cycle. So
Nice. So you engineered and produced her song that just got released recently, Control.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And the prior to, like Resist, I like that song.
Is that considered like a Spanish trap?
Control?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a Spanish trap. Yeah. You want to say, you
Alright.
can understand. Yeah, you can go with
She's
that.
the Spanish, I'm the trap.
Yeah.
So when it comes to creating, how do you get inspired? Like, what are the things that inspire you to create music and you as well? Both of you.
Well,
Like-
he comes up with the music. If I, like, when I hear, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. I know you won't think it's weird, but when you hear the...
I know what you're going to think before you thought it.
I see.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, when I hear a song, it's like it tells me what it's gonna be about. It's like, this is what it's gonna fit. So when I hear something specifically, it's just like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be about something sexy today, alright? So and then it just goes like that. I don't know, and it just like I don't know. I think I have like not easy writing, but it's like I like the pockets that he makes, like that he has in his beats.
Nice.
So I'm like. It's flexible, like, and it moves, like, it's not simple, like, you copying and pasting.
Yeah.
He has, like, levels, like, his song is, like, alive. It's like it moves with it. Now, he got skills.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, so he makes it easy. He makes it easy for me, yeah.
How long you guys been together, like, working together?
A couple months.
Few months. I feel like I want to say 4 or 5
Really?
months. Maybe.
Yeah.
You guys act like y'all been...
It's
hours and hours in the
Yeah,
studio.
yeah.
So how is that? How is that hours and hours thing? Like, for the people that want to, you know, maybe produce or do music, what does it take for you guys to finish, you know, working on a track or on an album? Like, what are the hours you guys see putting in the studio?
It varies. There's so many variables, like the energy that we even walk in with that day. Like, when we did Control, we went through like 4 ideas. It wasn't like, I got this idea, it's crazy. I got those with me, but sometimes like, it's different types of, like, it's beat makers and it's producers, different type of people. Like, my other passion is people. Like, I just want to know, like, what you into, what you like, what you trying to say, what you feel like your message is, why you get out the bed, why you even doing this. If there was no music, would you still be trying to make music? Would you be the first person making the music? I'll be the first beat maker. If there was no beats. You know what I mean? I would take 2 rocks and cling them and probably smack somebody and have a jawbone of a donkey and be going all at the same time, making music.
Yeah.
So I have to feel that when I'm with artists, you know, and part of that is just all part of the process, and the songs and everything just come out of just like your friendship and relationship with the people you're working with. I think that kind of translates other than music. If it was like art or finance or whatever, I feel like it's probably a certain type of synergy that has to happen.
That makes sense. That explains why you are where you're at right now, because you don't just you put people over profit in a way, I guess, because you care about the person.
Yeah,
you know
people
who they
over profit.
are.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, you need that. That's how you grow.
Bars.
You know, like one thing, like I used to like have this thing with music, and I would do like Spanish rap in Dominican Republic.
Dope.
And when I came here, I found a lot of places where they would just not connect with you. The person that's recording you, the person that's making you beat, they're just there for the moment, pressing the computer and looking at you like, go ahead. And they don't even interact. They don't ask you, what do you want from this? Like, that is important because it gives you that connection, and it makes both of you work as a collaborative instead of you just paying that person to create something in your mind and walk out with just
You need it.
that raw. It's still raw. It's not. It's not sharpened. It's not good.
And you feel that, like in a song, most of the time you feel that. Like, you know what I mean? You feel the connection between the producer and the artist. You know what I mean? So that's very powerful. You think about doing that. You care about people. What made you, like, why? Why do you care about people instead of, because I know you have a real strong passion for music and the producing and so on.
Why do
and
I
a lot of
care about people? It's like, I feel like it's such a simple question. I was like, dang.
For you it might be, but believe it or not, for some people, they don't care. Let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's get to the booth. You done? You want to take that booth? They don't care. They just follow the, you know what I mean? They don't get inspired.
I think it goes back to like my childhood. Like, my parents always supported anything I wanted to do.
That's powerful.
I wanted to be a firefighter, a ninja, a gymnast, an artist, like painter. Like, I did drawing. Anything I wanted to do, I told my dad, I was like, yo, when I go running in the neighborhood and we race, I beat everybody in the neighborhood. He said, okay, well, look at Jesse Owens and Carl Lewis. Nice. I was like, who is that? You know, and I was like, I want to be a ninja. He was like, watch every Bruce Lee movie. Wow. You know what I mean? And it was like, I always got like...
How was it? Being a ninja.
How is it?
He paused something and said, how was what? He's about to kick me.
I did. I keep thumbing your head 4 times. Wow. It's a lifelong journey, bro. You understand?
Oh, man.
But that's powerful, man. I'm supporting parents like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They poured personal love into me as a child, so I have it in me. So that's how I approach the world. Like because producing is a service job.
Yeah.
You know, like how do I help you? How do I help you? I got to figure out how to do that, and in return for the service, I mean, this is kind of a Christian thing, but you know. The greatest in the kingdom is a servant. You know, that's one of the things Jesus said. I believe that.
Yes.
That's like one of the keys to my success as a producer, I believe, is like giving.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we talk about a lot about being.
I'm sorry, I'm inspirational, man. I go there so fast.
And that's powerful.
That's needed, man, because even that, like, that pours into her. And that's important. It's like personal development. You need something to kind of like elevate your mind into different thoughts and just like uplift the person, you know. And when you have that energy around you, you produce way better music or anything that you're working on because you have that good energy around
and
you.
you make the artist feel comfortable as well. And I wanna emphasize a lot on what you said about your parents. And I'm guessing your parents did too, because of course you know they encourage you to take singing classes and so on, right? They notice your talent. As soon as they peep it, they're like, okay, this is what you really want to do. Then let's do it. And I feel like parents, like, they really, you know, parents tend to neglect their kids in many cases, and they just ignore it. They're too caught up in their own little world and to their own little problems, and they forget. They just think they gotta feed the child, they gotta get the child toys and whatever the case is. But they gotta understand that a kid, you know, it's like a seed that you planted in this earth. However you water it is like if you don't water it enough, it's not gonna grow, it's not gonna develop, and it's gonna stay there underground, you know. And that's how we most, especially in the hood, you know, I come from the hood, so a lot of us are just there, you know what I mean? Because we don't have that support, we don't have that parents and support to tell us like, oh, you like that. That's great. You should follow that. And I'm gonna encourage you. I'm gonna help you.
Well, they love us
Like,
and stuff like that. But it's just like so many bills, so many things that they have to take care of. That, you know, well, I come from a single mother, so it's just like so much stuff on her plate when I was growing up. It's just not that she doesn't care, but she has so much stuff to worry about that. All she's worrying about if I'm good, if I'm going to school, and then at the end of the day,
enough to like still care for you, but still have to take care of everything.
And I could relate as well, because I came from a single parent as well. So I understand where you're coming from, Fernando, and my mother is the same way. And I wish, but looking back, I wish I would have probably had that encouragement, because I probably, who knows where I would have been in life. But I'm not regretting it. Things happen for a reason. I love my mother. She took care of me the best that she could, and I'm not telling the kids, you know what I mean, to have like any type of like a grudge against their parents, resentment against their parents, because it's not their fault. You gotta understand that they're just doing the best they can with what they have. But those of us who are young, who still have a kid, who still like you know what I mean, under the age of 10, like, think, you know what I mean. I understand we have bills, I understand we have a life, but water that seed. That seed could be something great, you know what I mean? And that's why you brought it here for in the first place. So man, that's powerful, man. You both.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
They just preach to me. See how it works?
I wanted to point that out, man. It's powerful.
And I wanna talk about you, Tiana, about your music right now. You know, you're doing a lot of events. Like, talk a little bit about what you got going on. Are you performing anywhere else? I know that you were in Fashion Week. You guys were at Fashion Week. You guys were doing all these different events.
Crazy.
How's that been going for you? Like, meeting different people in the industry or getting into the industry. You know, I know that it's like you see people that you only see on TV sometimes, or do you get that starstruck like moments, or are you just like, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm going.
Well, like, but if it goes back, I only been to one concert in my whole life, Ariana Grande. And when I met her, like when I saw, she's my favorite. She's my favorite. But when I saw her, I got that feeling where I was like, oh, I'm gonna know her. I was like, oh, I know you. It's okay. Cool. We're gonna be friends. I got you. I got this track for you. Don't worry. I see like people for people. It's like label.
That's beautiful.
It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter anything. We're the same. We're chill. Like,
you can see yourself there too. You're like, well, you know, you're there now. I just haven't caught up to that yet.
Yeah, there's no one to be fearful of.
That's important to have as an artist. I was talking to somebody, and one thing he said is, I wake up every morning knowing that I'm already it. It's just taking a little bit of time for people to notice that.
Yeah,
and
that's the right attitude.
Yeah, and in between that, you know, you get a lot of moments of doubt, fear. Should I keep going? Are people listening? And those are the moments where you gotta keep going, because those are testing times. So it kind of like what we talk about momentum. You catch them. Once you catch that momentum, people will gravitate to your music. Yeah. You know, and that's cool that I say that you have that positive mindset. You know, and in Lamont. Well,
Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like what you said. It reminds me of like the growth process of the Chinese bamboo tree. So like
yes,
you know it doesn't even grow out of the ground till like 5 years.
Yeah.
The fifth year,
Water.
and it's just and sometimes it's like that. You just plow, and then.
you're like, where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it? 5 years later.
But then your 6th year, you can just be out of here. They're like, oh, he came out of nowhere. And it's like, I didn't come out of nowhere, man. I dug roots down to the core of the earth for years.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's one of those things, and that's why I encourage people to do what you love. Like, if it's your passion, if you love it, you'll stay up late. My friend Dre from Dre and Vidal. What up, Dre? He produced Butterflies for Michael Jackson.
Yeah?
He was working with Floetry at the time, and the session was done. He was just playing keys, and he was like, man, I just didn't really feel like leaving because I was a little tired, but I was still just vibing around, and we were done. We were just about to leave, and I played a couple chords, and she said, what's that? And he was like, oh, man. And if you know Dre, he can play every instrument amazing.
Yeah.
So he was just probably doing something great, which clearly it was Butterflies. And then Marsha heard it and was like, yo, let's do that right now. Like, that was after the session was over. But it's their passion. They jumped in and did a record, and then later on, through like favor and connections, it got to Michael Jackson.
Wow.
You know?
But you see how that connection, networking, you see how far that takes you, man? That's
But
incredible.
before he even did that, it was like years. He was a producer for years before you got that.
Probably went through all the struggles you can think of. Right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you face maybe that are obstacles that you've overcome or overcoming? Like every artist has like these or every person period has these little moments where they're challenged.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely have it. You're always gonna have it, no matter what. No matter how many times you get over like yourself and you're just like, oh, I'm not good enough for this. Or someone's doing this when I should be here. It's like I heard this thing on Instagram, and it's like it's God sometimes put people on the stovetop and some people in a crock pot. Some people are meant to be in a crock pot and marinate and sit there. There's a reason why they're on the stovetop and they're cooking and they're going off, because that's it for them. Their peak is there. Well, if they do have more than that, that's great for them. But you're in a crock pot and you're waiting and they're marinating. So just marinate, just be there. So every time, so I just sit there. I'm like, all right, God, I'm in a crock pot right now, so I'm gonna just
Cooking up in the crock pot.
Yeah. So you just gotta. He said, "What up?" Yeah. So you gotta push past it. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have those days where it's just like, damn. But I'm not even gonna lie. He'll send me stuff out of nowhere like, you got this, you the one.
That's right.
Like that. He's such an
That's very
uplifting
powerful.
person. Yeah.
Do you do that because you know that artists have those moments where they need that encouragement, like those doubts, like
Man, I ain't
You
even
get what
gonna lie
I'm
to you. I just get feelings of what I'm seeing people, or sometimes I don't get no feeling. I just be like, I'm saying this to about 10 people right now. It's like sometimes it's very like contrived, and sometimes it's just like I just did it. And I do the same thing with like different little things on Instagram and stuff. People hit me, oh, dude, man, I was feeling that. Oh, I needed it. Cool. Like, but I ain't gonna sit and act like it's like, you know what I mean?
this philosophy behind it.
Now, it hits some people that way.
Yeah.
It really don't hit me that way. Just I'll have sparks while I'm talking. Like I'll be like, "Bah, I know what I'm supposed to say right now," you know. But other than that, I'll just be going.
Nice.
He knows what he's doing.
I mean, you worked with many people before, right? So, like, how did you end up here in MJ Studios? Like, I'm guessing you were working mostly in New York before?
Yeah. So I was working here, and then Sir Todd introduced me to Eddie.
Okay.
And then I came over and started developing artists on Eddie's label.
Okay.
And then I actually live in Nashville, Tennessee, but I might be coming back.
Oh, you live out there?
Yeah, I live in Tennessee.
So you travel all the time, I'm guessing? Like,
yeah, you got to go where the work is, man. The earth is our turf, man. You know what I'm saying? We on a little spinning ball in space. Some people might say it's flat, but whatever it is, we own it, you know.
Yeah.
And you just got to go all over it. Like,
Okay.
I don't feel restricted. Another reason why is because my mom always tell me, leave, go. If you get a chance to go somewhere, go. It don't matter how far it is. If it's something it's gonna lead you to what you feel like God told you to do, or you really want to do it, go. If it ain't right, you can always come back home. You can always come back home.
That is so comforting, you know.
Yeah, but I don't want to go back home. That's the beautiful part. You know, it's like I'm out.
Hey, man, but it's good to have that support, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's powerful, but yeah, no, definitely want to be out.
Yeah, so I mean, I came here and I was definitely totally afraid in New York. I live in Spanish Harlem. I didn't have dreadlocks, I had braids then. So everybody thought I was Dominican. I asked this woman I was dating, I was like, hey, what they saying? What they saying? They trying to fight or they just trying to fight? They trying to fight.
Because you know, Dominicans be loud.
Yeah, it be loud. Like, you know, but black people loud too. So it's different kinds of loud. Like, yo, I missed you, bro. I was like, yo, man, what are you doing right now? Like, oh, what's happening? And I was like, she's like, no, that shit when you love it, saying what's up. I was like, oh, I like this. I like it. So I like New York.
It's a different vibe, man.
It's a different vibe. And I like Jersey too. I love Harlem. I love Brooklyn. It's just different, man. People are different. I like differences. Maybe that's why I do so many different genres and stuff. And I like working with her. We just do so many different styles too. But we trying to narrow it down for like commercialism and like, you know, a genre. But she really could do anything.
Are you working on an album?
Yeah.
EP?
Yeah.
EP?
Well, yeah.
We be doing so many songs. We don't know how it's gonna be packaged.
Yeah.
But we'll have enough to do both.
Pretty much.
So, so talking about that, how many songs do you guys record in a day? If you can, I know you said it depends on the vibe, what we're doing, what it is, but normally what's like
just one,
what it looks like.
Usually one. Like? But what we do sometimes is go through multiple ideas. But to like finish and flush out a complete idea, that's like saying
when you want it to come
out. That's like how many outfits you're gonna try on before you leave the house. But you know your last one is gonna be like you might get an extra accessory with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. We'll go through different outfits and then be like, okay, let's do this. Yeah. It's all about the finished product. I think the way we finish is better than the way we start.
Always.
Pretty cool. I like that.
That was good. I'm gonna quote you on that.
Somebody gotta remember because it ain't gonna be me.
Like you said, he has these little spurts of moments where he says the right thing, and then it's like a blackout. Like Rafi be like, "I said that."
Yeah.
Moments he's like, "I said that." I'm like, "Yeah, you said that, bro. You said that right too."
What are any artists that you look up to? Anybody that
or look forward to working
with?
Always like
or inspire you?
Like who I would always at the top. Ariana Grande, like she's my favorite. Like I've seen her since she was on a TV show. Her voice is sick.
Was it like in Disney, right?
No. Nick. Yeah,
Okay,
it's just because like she's in Nick and she's just starting to sing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And already Mariah Carey threatened by her. I was like, oh, who is this? Who is this? And she's hardworking. She's amazing. Besides her, I really like Christina Aguilera. Like her voice is sick. Demi Lovato, sick.
Okay.
Throwbacks. I know, for real. But I like guys too. Like Chris Brown, the old Usher, old Chris Brown. Oh, the old one.
Yeah, they know the classics.
But I'm an old soul. I like Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
I like Tribe Called Quest. I do that.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
All learning now.
She gets in her rap bag.
Like Tribe Called Quest.
Hold up. Yeah, what the Fugees? Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Him and what's
Lauren
Hill. There we go. Yeah. I was like, look. Lauren Hill.
Somewhere around
there.
the
Yeah. Tupac's good. Yeah. Ice Cube. Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. He's my favorite rapper for like a little window.
Yeah? No, he's good.
I like to really like NWA, and he's like, my cousin was like, this the dude is right. And I was like, for real?
That's where I gained a different level of respect for Ice Cube, because I remember him from Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got into Ice Cube like Friday, and then I see the movie NWA, and I'm like, oh, he was legit, like.
He was hard too, man.
The one behind all
this,
yo.
And when you listen, go back and I can give you some songs later, but listen to some of his, it was crazy. It was just different. Some of the breaks, the drops, the interludes he had, he got struck with like America's Most Wanted. It was like you could hear the footsteps and him like walking to get electrocuted. It was like it didn't exist at the time. It was just. It was so like it makes sense that he does movies now. Yeah. Because it just puts you in that space. Like wow, he's just an artist, man. Can't believe it.
So what are your hidden talents?
My hidden
Like, you know, you have your music. What are some things that you just know that you're good at or you like in doing on your own time? Both of you guys.
Away from the music, what you enjoy doing?
Well, I do everything. Like I like to draw. Like
Yeah?
I like to draw or like graphic arts or I do I do like to dance a little bit. Yeah, I do, and I like to like. I'm very creative. I'm a very creative person. I like to like even build stuff.
Nice.
Like, I cut my book bags in half when I was like 12. No, I asked my mom. Yeah,
Sound like
I
Step Brothers?
cut
From the top to the bottom. What part did you keep? Which part did you keep?
No, because I shared a room with my brother. Why? No.
Which part did you keep?
I slept on the top and my brother slept on the bottom, but I'm like, you know, the heat's on the top. I'm like, yo, I'm hot, man. And I'm like, so when are you gonna buy like 2 different beds? And she was like, don't worry, we got it. I'm like, don't worry, I'm gonna handle it. So I measured it and I cut it and I get my like in a constructor mood. I'm like, I want to build something. Yeah, for real.
That's crazy.
And I do, and I chop my book bags in half, and I'm like, Ma, I got a surprise for you. She was like, what's this? She came in, she was like, oh my. And I was like 12, I was like this small. She's like, what you cut it with? I was like, a saw, I got all the tools, and she was like, oh, we don't watch our kids enough.
You was in the room.
Like, she
About
didn't
to chop your whole arm off.
She didn't know whether to yell at me or like, cause I perfectly did it. It was perfectly like even.
It was labeled and
She
everything.
was like, I don't know whether to yell at you or congratulate you because it looks great. I'm like, yeah, it looks great. I did it really good. And she was like, I don't know, wait till you're about this.
That's the threat.
No, he was just like, well, she got what she wanted. Then she got to do the bed. He was like, I don't gotta get another bed then. He was like, so you did.
Whoever saved the money, he was happy with it.
He said, yo, we lit.
Yeah.
That's a dad thing, man. You might do it. All right.
No, we good. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I was like, you good.
How are you, brother?
Before we get into me, I just have to say, that is so freaking cool. And then it makes so much sense why you and Eddie work together now.
It happens. I think you like if you're a creative one way, you're creative anytime. So, like he does like producing, but he's also creative spiritually. Like it's just ways of expressing yourself, creatively. I think like everyone that's creative just has other ways of expressing their creativity and different things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys.
True.
Do.
Of course.
Oh yeah. We get in our creative bags sometimes.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, I like writing. I write a lot on the side. And,
like poetry, music?
He raps.
No, I'm not that kind of rap. I can't rap though. But no, I'm writing like a book.
Oh, yeah?
I'm working on it since 2014.
No way.
So I don't have a title yet, but
fine.
it's been a work in progress. And I learned so much where I thought I was closer to being done.
Hey man, people take sometimes 10 years to write a book.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it powerful. I know. It's a long time, but
I'm not doing
However long
10
it takes to get it right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're open to whatever long.
Yeah, because I want it to be impactful. You know, I don't want to die. I'm not going to be here, but at the same time, it's like I do want it to be impactful. You know, like my purpose of writing is like, this is strange, but sometimes I'm like, what if I had amnesia and I needed somebody to remind me of who I was? So if that happened, can they give me my book and that like be a spark to remind me of like who I am, like who my soul is, you know? Because it's not an autobiography. It's nothing like I got so many things I want to do before I think I'm in that stage. Like Quincy Jones he did his like not too long ago, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's kind of a spiritual thing. So I think I guess it could be a hidden talent, but it feels more like a surrender.
Yeah.
More like you just kind of be a vessel of it. Yeah.
That's deep, man. Yeah. That's powerful.
And then to make it, if you want to lighten it up, yesterday a couple of days ago I went to a painting sip.
Paint sip?
Yeah, paint sip.
You discovered you enjoyed it?
No, I know it's called Wine and Paint. I got
Wine.
It's Media City Wine and Paint. It was amazing. And I got my first painting, and one of my friends like called me and said, "Yo, I think your painting means this and this and this and this. It was far deeper than I ever tried to make my painting. But that's what I learned about art. I'm like,
a dog.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I thought you was going to say, what side, and get the Bow Wow Wow Snoop Dogg voice. Like, you done turned into a whole existential universe thing. But I don't know, man. I'm one of those people, you can't tell me something's good, like one good time. Like, if I believe you, like, yo, man. Well, you stack those cups up right there, man. I think you can build a whole house out of cups, man. I'm like, yeah.
I do that then.
Somebody did that.
But it's always someone that sees deeper, like, you know, like how you see in her and everything, you know. Like, it's always that one person that can see deeper than you.
Visionary, a creative is also a visionary. You know, you see in the future what people, you know, lack.
And
a lot of people just have to see it done and to understand what you're trying to do, and you just see it. You're just like, yo, like you don't understand, but you'll see it later on. But you'll be like in your mind, you just see it happening. And there's times like that I'll have those little sparks that I was gonna ask you guys, what's your horoscope? I mess with that. I kind of like.
I want to guess.
I like going in there.
I want to guess. Go. You can guess.
Taurus?
Nah.
Scorpio.
No.
You're not Aquarius.
No.
Damn, that's too many wrong.
Come on, I'm not bumpy, bro. I'm not bumpy.
Too many
Come on.
wrong.
Now.
You're guessing? Are you guessing? Rafi's like
Libra.
What? No.
Because I'm a Libra.
Her
so I
face
can do that.
expression was like, oh, you got it.
It
No.
can't be Sagittarius.
All right, it's not Sagittarius.
I'm a Cancer.
I was gonna say
I'm
that.
not. No,
Yeah.
Cancers are mad. Just like, yeah, that's me. I'm like,
Cool, go with the flow.
I'm like, just go with the flow.
Okay.
No
And
arguments. I'm chill.
And the ones we mentioned yours.
Y'all mentioned mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
And we
between
like-
me and him or
It's
him?
between y'all two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scorpio,
I think he said,
Scorpio. Yeah, I'm a cusper though, so it's October 23rd, so I'm the last Libra and the first Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
So
And it's cool, like, if you really, I forgot what I read, but, our moons are the same or something, but, Scorpios
Oh.
and Cancers get along so
oh yeah,
well.
that's
what
I was
I'm
a
like,
lot of signs.
You know, that's why I don't lean towards the whole the horoscope of the day where it kind of gives you your fortune, but the character traits.
The personalities are solid though. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I noticed one thing, I never asked these guys what theirs was, right?
Mhm.
And one day I just started searching at what my compatibility is with certain signs, and it was
Yeah. So what are y'all?
Sagittarius.
Sag,
Aquarius,
Aquarius,
Libra.
Libra. I have my best friends are all three of y'all.
It's funny because I believe in certain things
That's funny.
connect, with
My moon's a
that.
Capricorn.
Yeah. I see that I can't tell you the moon or the thing. I just like looking at
I'm
various
I'm
traits.
still learning a little bit
I
about
mean, I
that.
love that too. That's why I have to make my phone real quick.
I'm just
Libra and
intrigued by
Capricorn.
Got you. So, Tiana, we heard the song "Control."
Yes.
I got the vibe. What you said, it was like a trap, kind of like Spanish. What are you planning on like? What do you want the people to get from you with your music, with that song, with the upcoming songs you have right now? Like, do you have like? I'm trying to word it the right way, like the feeling you
like
want
a
to give
certain
people.
direction with myself.
Yeah.
Well, I go with what sounds great. People like good music.
Mhm.
You don't want everything to sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whatever you feel, and because regardless, if it feels good and if the emotion's there, it's just like, yo, this shit's fire. So if it's in a more poppy direction, I'll find a way to put my style on it, and my style is really chill, a little bit of Spanglish, a little bit of hip hop, urban, not too poppy, but it's a mix of everything where it's tasteful. It's like everybody could enjoy my music. Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect.
So let the listeners know where they can listen to your music, where they can get you on Instagram and Lamont as well, so people can connect with you guys and continue your journey with you guys.
On Instagram it's Tiana_Tiana00, and on there I have my YouTube. I have the link in the bio for Control.
Yep.
You can go check out that video.
So then we're gonna post it on
Yeah,
our
and the
as
same
well.
thing. It's the same username for Twitter and Facebook. So
Sweet.
I made that easy for you.
Hey, Control. It's on Spotify too.
Oh,
Yep.
not
Yeah.
yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Oh, wait, it will be Monday.
By the time this drops, you'll be there.
By the time
You'll be
it'll be there.
Cause and effect. I just caused it to the effect it's gonna make. So my Instagram is Lamont Coleman Music on Instagram, and then on Twitter I'm Official Logic, if you just remember that one, it'll lead you to all the other ones. And it's the same for Facebook, Lamont Coleman Music.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, so now before we wrap it up completely, where you guys see yourself heading now? Like, where do you guys see yourself going?
To the top of the world!
Anything drop? Well, I said, yeah, of course, we're gonna come to the world like thinking the brain, but
That's the show. In a minute, yes.
but like, what else you guys got in store for yourselves, man? What you guys are working on right now that people could expect?
I'm excited about a lot of different things. I got some TV and film stuff that I'm working on.
Okay.
I love this project that I'm doing with Tiana, and I think that it's going to be revolutionary in a way. It's going to just open up the beaten path even more. So like after we get done with this, we're going straight in the studio.
Cool.
You know,
Nice.
which we're in, and
MJ.
and keep it moving. And I'm excited about my book whenever the heck that's coming. I'm just excited about all these little things, but I think the main purpose of all of them together is just to bring people closer and just to like raise the consciousness of humanity, so people just be more aware, more loving, less hating, less fearful, less afraid, more empowered, you know. So it might be something I ain't even doing now that can come in 2 or 3 months, and it's all gonna lead towards that same goal. So I'm just excited just about just purpose and just being alive and having good people around me.
Amazing.
Yeah, thanks, man.
How about you?
We look forward
Man,
to
well,
that.
yeah, you know, I'm just trying to get the music more out. Get the music more out there.
You just
know?
want to do what you
Yeah,
love.
like, yeah. I want to at least, like, my goal is, you know, to at least do like music with like artists. Like, I want to learn from everybody. This is not my peak. Like, I'm gonna learn and grab things from everybody. So I want to learn from those that I like, you know, I respect and admire. Be like, yo, I really like this track that you did, or like I want to work with other creative people. I'm excited for that.
I want to hear you work with Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
I really want to hear you
So,
work with
Bad Bunny, Bad
It's
Bunny,
like the
yeah.
second I heard you, and now I'm like, yo, that will be a
He's
crazy
dope,
song.
he's dope, he's dope.
That would be
Yeah.
a crazy song.
I'm waiting.
Hey,
I mean, it just takes
Everything
time.
It's gonna happen.
That's it. That's
he's
it.
gonna be calling you like, yo, I need you to do it on one of my tracks.
We just put it out there.
That's it.
Look, guys.
So,
Yeah.
one last question. Now we're really gonna wrap it up. One last question for you, Lamont.
Okay.
If you could talk to your younger self, right? Go back to a time that you was really stuck. You was really like, you didn't know where you was going. You had a wall right in front of you. You couldn't see no farther than that. What would you tell yourself at that moment?
I would say, man, if you don't stop looking at everything around you and start looking within you, you're gonna miss it, and you're gonna keep missing it. And also, quit all the people that you have around you. They don't have to see it. You can be the only one that sees it. You don't even see it, and it's in you. It's in you. If you need to spend some time alone and meditate. I don't care if you do a backflip. I don't care if you run up the street butt naked at 4 a.m. or down the road, ain't nobody in. Like, you got to get in touch with yourself and find a way to transcend your present circumstance. You got to get out of it. Nobody's going to save you. Nobody's going to save you. You got to figure out how to save yourself, and saving yourself starts in your mind. It's every single day. It's every single night. It's when you're alone, and also know how to be alone. If you're afraid to be alone, you're gonna bring the wrong chicks around. You're gonna bring the wrong friends around.
Yes.
Be alone. Sit there, cry a river, build a bridge, get over it. You know what I mean? That's what I would tell myself.
That's powerful. We appreciate that, man.
Yes.
I know a lot of people that are listening right now needed to hear that, and we
Yes.
appreciate you for your words
Yeah.
and for everything that went on here today. This was a
Yes.
very powerful energy. And again, thank you, MJ, Media City. We appreciate you guys for having us here and for the audio that you guys are providing us. I mean,
Yes.
to record here. We appreciate
We
that.
appreciate. One thing I want to say is, you guys, you know, we learn every single day. You know,
Yes.
we love coming across people. I appreciate Manny that.
Manny's the dude.
Manny behind the camera right there, man.
Yeah.
He's a genius, man. I think it was perfect that you connected us to be able to speak with you guys and come across. Before, you know, you take it to the next level, we get to see that growth in your journey. We expect, you know, to continue to just follow where you're going in your music and keep people updated. For the listeners, thank you for tuning in. Check these creatives out. Follow their music because you won't regret it, and follow them because their personality, you guys hear right now in this podcast is fire.
Thank you so much on this podcast from you guys.
So, man, me too. I feel rich, just like church a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
It is Sunday.
Hey, there you
Oh,
go.
man.
There you go. So listen, guys, we are about to leave all the links below. NJ Studio, Media City, we're about to leave it all. And our Instagram, you can find everything there. And everybody else who's in this room, you find the links right there as well, guys. Hey, thank you for listening. Please make sure you guys subscribe and share if you got something from this. We would really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Always. And we'll repost it as well. So make sure, guys, to stay tuned. And out.
And go stream and listen to Control by
Oh,
Tiana.
definitely.
Control.
Control.
Hey,
Hey.
hit that note.
Woo.
Hit that note.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Get it.